Hi there, my name is Ruby Lawler. I'm the Communications Officer for YouthRise, and this is our video for International Youth Day. We have gathered clips from our members, International Working Group members, and some other partner organizations, from youth advocates and young people who use drugs, about what it is like in their country being a young person who is fighting for change, for reform to the drug laws, or for their human rights to be recognized as a young person who uses drugs, and also some of the recommendations about what they want to see change, how they want to be seen, and what it is that we can do to fight for change for young people who use drugs today. Thank you.
Being a young drug policy reform advocate in Nigeria can be very interesting, but at the same time daunting. This owes largely to the punitive drug policy environment in Nigeria and also the social perception that is often negative. I wouldn't deny the fact that we've seen some certain level of progress in terms of harm reduction, but it still doesn't change the fact that our laws and our responses are punitive and void of any human rights principle. It is important for countries at the international level to stop paying lip service but consider the human rights, health, and social development of young people who use drugs and ensure that policies are in tandem with these vulnerabilities and also enable young people to meaningfully participate in decision-making processes. Happy International Youth Day.
My name is Maria and I'm from Kyrgyzstan. As activists for harm reduction and drug policy and as young people, we are often not taken seriously by government institutions and international bodies. Our needs are usually ignored and our words are not taken seriously. We are sidelined. And one of the ways to fix that would be to make young people who use drugs a clear priority in government programs.
Hello, I'm Sandeep Sai from Nepal, representing YouthRise International as an international working group member. I'm also working for the needs and rights of young people who use drugs, which is a biggest challenge due to the massive stigma and discriminations to people who use drugs and are always left out in my country. I'm also a service provider in one of the harm reduction sites of Nepal. Also here in my country, there are lots of new emerging young people who use drugs these days, and due to the limited harm reduction sites, which are based in major cities. So there is a high need to scale up youth-friendly harm reduction services and new methodology to reach out to each and every one of them. And that is also my dream, to ensure the needs and rights of young people who use drugs.
Every year since 2018, we implement a project in Mexico named Support Don't Punish Festival, an event aiming to create more honest conversations about our experiences using drugs and to increase access to harm reduction services for young people. We are living the differentiated impacts of repressive drug policies. Criminalization has posed greater risks to young people who use drugs by leaving us as an easy target for facing stigma at our homes or at the school, or living extortions from the police in the streets. The system insists on impeding young people to gather, to have conversations, and to explore the use of drugs. International funding has focused too much in security interventions and too little in promoting better education and access to basic services on drugs. Governments should start to look at innovative projects that are facing the violent characteristics of prohibition, such as the Support Don't Punish Festival. Interventions should move away from the repressive approach to start building peace at all levels.
Hi, my name is Carolina and I've been working in harm reduction and drug policy reform since 2018. I think it's very important for us, the young people, to be heard, and for that we have to make a lot of noise and advocate for the things that are important for us, especially decriminalization and a new drug policy. I currently coordinate a harm reduction project here in Argentina, which is my country where I live, and I work alongside a lot of fantastic young people that could be, for example, graphic designers, psychologists, or whatever, but we work together as volunteers for this harm reduction project, and we care for young people who use drugs and their rights.
Hi. Well, as a young person who uses drugs and as an activist of drug policies, I want to say that in this Youth Day, International Day, I would like to say that I am young, I am I am a woman, and I am also in my entire right to use my body as I want. Meanwhile, I don't harm another ones. So I want to stop this stigmatization of people who use drugs, and I want to be free mind and have my own free decisions to take. So on now on. So.
Hi everyone, my name is Maria Quesada. I'm a visual anthropologist, graphic designer, and audiovisual producer based in Costa Rica, and I'm also part of the international working group of Youth Rights and Youth Rights Latino. I'm here to celebrate International Young Day, so we can achieve and recognize the different activities that young people around the world have done within the topic of drugs and human rights. As a young Black woman, for me it's really important to try to promote this information and to try to educate and deal with my peers as much as possible through this topic. I'm very honored to be participating and to be creating different things in organizations like Youth Rights and LPSD, where we can achieve and promote different aspects of living for the young population who use drugs. Youth Rights is thrilled and honored to have in their team such an amazing and strong group of young activists. And we hope that our work could inspire different activities and different peers around the world too.